Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Donovan, the smartphone guy, coming back at you with another video. And tonight I want to take a look at a phone that I just picked up about 3 days ago, the Sony Xperia Z5 Compact. So taking a look around the box, so you can see you can get it in 4 different colors. I have the white one right here. And some of the things that they brag about is the 23 megapixel camera, up to 2-day battery life. Now this has a 2700 milliamp hour battery. So 2-day battery life, I don't think so. It does have IP65 and 68 waterproof and dustproof certifications. It does also have a 4.6-inch screen and a 64-bit octa-core processor, which is the 810 processor, so Snapdragon 810 processor. Now it does also have 32 gigabytes of onboard storage as well as micro SD expansion. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual phone. So here it is. Some of the features of the phone that are going to be important. So it is called the Compact, and the reason why it's called Compact is because it is very compact. Now in terms of the actual size of this phone, it is roughly about the size if you've ever held an iPhone 5S or an SE. This is pretty much the exact same size, just a little bit thicker. So a little bit thicker. And let's talk about these buttons while I have it turned here. So this is the power button. I have the international version that doubles as a fingerprint sensor. So that is very, very quick. So I can go ahead and I'll turn it off real quick. So I'll hit the power button, put my finger on it, and it opens right up. So it's very, very quick. Is it as fast as some other ones? Not as fast as the LG G5 or the Nexus 6P, but it is a very snappy fingerprint sensor. It works very well. Now this is the volume rocker here, and then we have a dedicated camera button that opens the camera and then also works as the shutter once you have the camera open. On the top we got the headphone jack and a microphone. On the bottom we have a micro USB port, and that's obviously used for charging, and it does use Qualcomm 2.0 quick charging, or it's compatible with it. And then we also have a little microphone there. And then on the side, the other side that we haven't looked at yet, this little flap comes off, and that's what keeps it waterproof. And then we have a spot for our nano SIM and for a micro SD card. So I believe it is goes up to 128 gig of micro SD expansion, so kind of nice. 4.6-inch screen on this phone. So that 4.6-inch screen is 720p. This is 323 ppi, which in my use it looks pretty good, but when you're used to like a 2K display, it just doesn't look as good. It still doesn't look bad. 720p used to be kind of like when the first 720p phones came out, it was like, oh my gosh, HD screens on a phone. Well, it still looks very good. I mean, you can't really see any pixels, and I know you can't really see that because it's so bright, but it looks good, but definitely not the quality of like a 4 or 2K display. Now you would think that with having a smaller screen and it only being 720 that this phone really could handle that smaller battery, but the battery life for me on this phone has not been very good. Maybe like 3 hours of screen on time, which for me that's kind of on the low end. And I keep all of my antennas on. I use Wi-Fi, I use Bluetooth, I keep my location on at all times. And so I am a battery hog when it comes to phones, but 3 hours of screen on time, even for some of the worst battery hog phones, this one is definitely not getting me the greatest battery life. And I think part of that is due to the 810 processor that's on here. So it has 2 gigs of RAM, it has the 430 Adreno GPU, which for gaming and videos, it works perfect. The performance on this is awesome. But in terms of processing power, very fast, but that processor definitely kind of eats away at this battery because it gets warm. This 810 processor, you've probably heard this before, this phone gets very warm, especially when it's charging, but then also any kind of video use, or if you are playing a game, it gets, I mean, you can feel the warmth in the back of the phone for sure. Even with my case on it, I still felt like it was getting pretty hot. Not that it was burning my hand or anything, but getting quite warm. So this does have front firing speakers, so there is a little speaker right up here and a little tiny speaker down here. Sorry, got a little glare there. The speakers on this phone, you'd think, front-firing speakers, it's got to be great, right? Not on this phone. The front-firing speakers on this phone might as well be a single, mono speaker at the bottom, because they're just not loud. Probably the worst front-firing speakers I've ever heard, to be honest with you. And I've had a lot of different phones. This one is very quiet. So just something to keep in mind if you think, oh, front-firing speakers, it's got to be good. Not with this one. Might as well just have a single, weak speaker at the bottom, because truthfully it's just not good. So question, is this phone the best compact phone that you can get? And my very simple answer to that is no. This is a $400 phone unlocked on Amazon right now, or a little over $400 actually. And right now you can get a OnePlus X, which is a 5-inch screen, for $200. You can get two OnePlus X phones for the same price that you're paying for this one phone. So there's no way I could ever recommend this phone at that $400 price point. If it were $300, maybe, because it is a very snappy phone. But for $400, there's no way that I could actually, tell my friends or my family to say, hey, go get the Sony Xperia Z5 Compact. Absolutely not. I'd tell them to go get two OnePlus X's for that price. There's a lot of phones that it's competing with. The Moto X 2015 is a much faster, well, it's the same speed, but in terms of like overall phone, it's definitely the better phone of the two. So with that being said, I think they're better compact phones. If you're an Android, the OnePlus X. If you're an iPhone user, definitely go with the iPhone SE. Way better than this in terms of the camera is about equal, but battery life is way better. Performance is good. So the iPhone SE is definitely a better phone as well. Get the 64 gig version of the iPhone SE. Don't get the 16 gig. So anyways, that's been my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Give me the thumbs up if this video has been helpful for you. Comment down in this comment section down here. And with that being said, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. This has been the Sony Xperia Z5 Compact, my thoughts. Thanks for watching.